They coming, hit the button. Young world, sitting here and I had to ask myself a question. Being as though I'm a light-skinned person and easily identify light-skinned bullshit, because I myself has exercised light-skinned bullshit and still may even from time to time nowadays exercise light-skinned bullshit. The only difference is now when I feel it coming up in my body, I can identify it and shut it down because I realize that it be some light-skinned bullshit. So I can identify it in other light-skinned people. Even regular people that aren't light-skinned, I can still identify the light-skinned bullshit in some people. So that brings me to think and sit here and say this to you. First of all, hit the goddamn like button before you even fucking blink another motherfucking eyelash. Hit the motherfucking button before you move a motherfucking muscle. Don't be fucking fronting. Joe Budden, this is the light skin bullshit. That joke, I said about the video, yes, I made the video. You know what I'm saying? Everything, he said a lot of good shit. 100% was needed to be said, especially the way he talking about how people be treating people. Like when his dad died, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But that doesn't excuse the way he went about it and what he said and the fact that he broke some rules. But besides all that, is it possible Joe Budden is just really on some light skin bullshit? Here's an example. Gilly the Kid called him out. I spotted this right away, you know what I'm saying? And I knew, trust me, Gilly called him, I know for a fact that it hurt his feelings. The Joker's feelings were definitely crushed. I can tell you that for a fact. Because you can't be somewhere, the ego he has, and then somebody come and just tell you some real shit that's 100% true and shut you down, make you can't be a king of a kingdom when you don't even have ownership of your own shit. So that crushed Joe's motherfucking feelings for a fact. Me as a light-skinned person can tell you, knowing he be on that light skin bullshit, that's not even light skin shit. That's just shit that's like anybody with a big ego that would crush you because the shit is motherfucking true. You know what I'm saying? Here's where the light skin bullshit comes into effect. When they was talking about it on the show, Maul defended Gilly the Kid and what he said right in front of Joe. You know what I'm saying? I forget exactly what Maul said, but Maul was pretty much defending Gilly when he said, I'm gonna tell you for a fact, if Joe Buttons didn't already have ill feelings towards Maul, he did starting right there at that moment. And this is where the light skin bullshit, and this is the further extent of light skin bullshit. The light skin bullshit will make you make a decision like you about to get broke off with all these M's. It will make you turn that down just because the real reason could be, it's just one of the many light skin things that could have happened, you know what I'm saying? But there could be the fact that he's just trying to keep these M's away from Maul. Or, you know what I'm saying, so the other light-skinned boy, he might feel like he's not appreciated enough by his team. Because when you got an ego like Joe, and you got light-skinned boys, and along with mental issues, you know what I'm saying, that plays a big thing here. That would make you sacrifice yourself just to not let the people that you feel aren't deemed worthy of this great fortune to come to get. Trust what I'm telling you, that's the light skin bullshit. He could beat, and plus he got a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? He already got his money. He's not like he's out here starving. So a mental problem could push a Joker to the edge and to do what he did. Any rational person would have been like, still, if the deal could have been whacked, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they still made it, took the deal, but they wouldn't have went about it the way he did it, you know what I'm saying? And plus, like I said, I'm going to say the deal was probably $30 million. This could be way off. I don't know what the deal right now he's involved in that. I'm going to say the deal was probably around like $30 million. 15, 20 for Joe, and the other Jokers on the podcast probably split the rest up, and then whatever else goes to wherever it got to go, stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say something like around that kind of number. I could be way off. The deal he got now might be that much. I have no motherfucking clue. I'm just sitting here thinking this number, throwing it out. The Joker might have sat here and thought about the situation with Maul, you know what I'm saying? I don't watch the show enough to know all the, and I like the show, it's a cool show, you know what I'm saying? But I don't watch it enough to know. But there was another time when I watched it too, when it felt like somebody else was having a disagreement with him. I think it was Rory, and you could tell Joe Budden wasn't feeling that, because when you have an ego like that and you be on that light skin bullshit like he does sometimes, if you let this shit go out of control, you can't deal with a motherfucker sitting next to you and disagreeing with what you think is true and factual information. You can't handle another person not bowing down to your ideology. And this is how Joe is, when we know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, this is how he can be. So those little type of things. So I don't know if there's other things that may throughout time. You know, if I've watched every episode, I'm sure I could probably spot a fucking billion different incidents of light skinned bullshit from Joe. And we already know Joe is hard to get along. You know what I'm saying? Like his person, he could be. Like the whole thing he did, you don't go about it like that. He could have made an announcement, but not in the way he did. Because now what you did, like I said in the video yesterday, is you went out there and let anybody who may do future business know that if it goes bad, you're going to be on that bullshit, go out publicly, talk mad shit, you know what I'm saying? And people don't, that turns people off, especially people that got money. And if they do deal with you after that, there's already a little separate meeting before you come into the meeting amongst their conglomerates or their friends or their business partners that they already know that is the whole goal here is to just get what they can from you while they have you, because they already know where you're. To them, it's like, oh, we got to deal with this fucking dude, but he is bringing the bag to the team, so we got to deal with him at least to get till he runs out, till his sizzle runs out. You know what I'm saying? So here's what we're gonna do: start with this. That goes on in business regardless. But then when people deal with a person they really don't want to deal with, but they have to deal with them or want to deal with them because it's profitable to them, they're not looking at you like you're going to be a team member anyway. They're not bringing you into the family regardless. They're just bringing you in to get what they need and then send you off when the contract's done, and then you go on your way. You know what I'm saying? Because they already don't want to deal with you any motherfucking way because you're out of control. That's how this type of shit be working. So, and the other thing that is because he was like, he lost sleep about his team is when he lost one. That leads me to believe that he didn't have a full discussion with his team before he went and made this actual decision, because if they all talked about it and they all was genuinely 100% in on turning it down and going about doing what Joe Budden did, why would you lose sleep? Because y'all all, there's nothing to lose sleep about. Y'all made a decision, your heart is good with it, y'all go sleep like a fucking baby after that, knowing you're gonna wake up tomorrow and do what you're gonna do. But it makes me feel like he didn't really discuss this with them totally before he. They might be sitting there thinking like, I'm trying to get this couple million. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. They probably like, I'm good with Spotify. Me and Spotify talk. We got other shit we going playing down the road. Like, so they may have not. I can't. Who knows for sure? You know what I'm saying? But they may not have wanted to do this shit. But they got to ride with Joe because it could be loyalty. It could be that could be the most profitable thing to them in their lives at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. So they looking like, damn, Joe just jumped off the building. We got to jump off right behind the Joker, and you know what I'm saying? Hope that he catches a parachute or some type of miracle happens on the way down before we hit the ground. Because if we sit here and go against him, then we're fucked either way, is what they could be thinking. You know what I'm saying? So they got to follow the Joker off the edge and hope for the best and hope for a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he could put the podcast directly to YouTube and probably make, I don't know, but it probably make more than what he's making now in the current deal, I would say, because he does get, and plus if it goes straight to YouTube exclusively, his viewership will be up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Way more than it is. So as far as YouTube goes, so he may end up doing that, but it's going to be hard to find other business people that want to do business with you after you went out there and just said what you said about Spotify like that and put everything, and then with the ego, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, like, especially other people that, another business person that has more power than you, that has a inflated ego, damn sure is going to be turned off by your ego, because now you know how the ego has to compete with other egos. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be outdoors. They're going to let you know, look, we got the real bag. We can shut you down, turn you on, whenever we want. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my outlook on it. Joe Budden just on some light skin bullshit right now.